Hey guys, can you hear me now? I'm just about to play with Blitz, waiting for my friend to get on. We're trying to do all shields. But he's not getting on. So hey dudes. Call him, see. As you can see, I have my booster up again. And my booty hole friend is not.
Yep. Guess what? What? I like chicken.
The person you are trying to reach has...
You said I like to.
Taco. That was on my
What?
broadcast.
I don't care. You're probably gonna get no views on it.
I already have one.
Who is it?
I don't know, some random person. I don't know who he is.
Yourself doesn't count.
I'm not on myself.
What's your YouTube channel called?
Slay boy slay.
Slay boy slay.
Yes, mom.
what happened to the 2 minutes?
Oh, wait. Oh, okay. Sorry. Are you guys outside?
Yep, been out here.
Okay. Tuck, I'll be back. I mean, it's not called Slay Boy Slay. That's my other one. This one's just called Will Clark. It's just called Will Clark.
Taco, are you still recording?
No.
Oh, that'd be funny. What happened to the 2 minutes?
I know. Just at the, yeah. Thank you. Hyper.
Yep.
What I just noticed, all these things that that person is watching is live still, so we can say anything we want. Dookie pencil fart.
That's really weird.
Africans are my friends. Remember to subscribe to TalkSlayer454.
I don't know if I. Wait, I do.
Video game ripoffs are everywhere, but sometimes in a rare instance, they're actually good. We are running a $200 Amazon gift card giveaway. The entire all that we do to enter is like this video. Be subscribed, turn on your notifications, and leave a list why you want to win it with your Twitter handle attached. I will announce winners in a month on Twitter. Be sure to take advantage of the giveaway, guys. Turn on your notifications. Be subscribed so you never miss an upload. And we've done a lot of talking on this channel about games that are absolutely a total rip-off of other games. However, it's not always the case where they're bad. Sometimes we get a rip-off and it actually ends up being better than the one that came before it. What's up, guys? Jimmy here. Welcome to the bet number 10, and this one may shock you. Guitar Hero is actually a rip-off of Guitar Freaks. That's right. This wildly popular game, or at least used to be wildly popular rhythm game series, and everybody knows the Guitar Hero formula. Use your guitar with the colored buttons, it does come at you to the music, and you follow along. That's not exactly Guitar Hero's formula. Guitar Hero is actually a straight rip of an arcade game called Guitar Freaks that was released in Japan in 1999 that featured plastic guitar controllers, colored buttons, and identical gameplay to the Hero series.
What are you watching, Shaka?
10 video game ripoffs that 10 video game ripoffs that were better than the original.
The actual guitar controllers for Guitar Freaks, which is what inspired them to take the concept
what's
and make
come
it even better. And I want to know how well you were listening. How many
Guitar
times
Hero.
did I say guitar during that sequence? Sticking with the music theme, Rock Band, rip-off of Guitar Hero, and we're going to stay on the topic of rhythm games and making them better. Next up, we have Rock Band, which is a straight-up rip-off of Guitar Hero, which is a straight-up rip-off of Guitar Freaks. After the release of GH2, the teams involved with the series split. Half of them started developing on Guitar Hero 3, and the other half went to EA and started their own studio called Art.
How do we make sure there's toppings in each bite of Papa John's pizza? We check 80,000 times a year. Now get an extra large 2-topping pizza for just $11. Everyone's doing their part to make your game day better.
And yes, they started development on Rock Band, which was just Guitar Hero, but with more instruments. As opposed to the over-the-top and cartoon style of the original Guitar Hero, Rock Band went with a more realistic approach, which is what drew many, many people into it. So while you may have your own opinion on which one is better, Guitar Hero or Rock Band, now you know that they're both absolute rip-offs of Guitar Freaks and each other. It's like this big, rip-off circle, if you will. But I want to know in the comment section, which one did it better, Rock Band or Guitar Hero? With the success of Mortal Kombat, it's obvious that other games would try to emulate it. And at number 8, we have Killer Instinct. And the Killer Instinct series has been going for a while, with the first game being released all the way back in 1994. However, as the series progressed, it started to look more and more like Mortal Kombat, which makes sense because the original publisher of the series was Midway Games, who was also publishing MK at the time. But as the series went on, every new installment looked a little more like MK until the 2013 release of the series reboot, simply titled Killer Instinct. This new game was awesome, and is still played competitively, but you cannot deny how much it looks like MK9 and MKX. While I understand that a lot of 2D fighters look similar just due to the nature of the genre, gotta admit, the Killer Instinct is cutting it pretty close with NetherRealms and Mortal Kombat. This one is obvious, but this game was still awesome. Saints Row is a direct ripoff of Grand Theft Auto. Now, Saints Row has since started to branch out and make a name for itself as a series. It started off as a 100% rip of GTA, and in many ways it still is one. An open world crime game where you can do whatever you want in fictional recreations of real locations. Does that sound familiar? In recent installments, Saints Row has started to be more of an over-the-top version of GTA. That's kind of their style. That's what they're going for to be their marker, but it's still pretty obvious. If there was no GTA, there would not have been a Saints Row. Okay, love Angry Birds or hate Angry Birds, it's pretty addicting, okay? And did you know that it was a ripoff? It ripped off a game called Crush the Castle, and the Angry Birds formula is nowhere near original. In fact, it's one of the most blatant ripoffs that I've ever seen. Crush the Castle was released almost a full year before Angry Birds, and it was pretty much everything that the mobile game does. You have your catapult that you need to line up shots with the towers with, you have the certain projectiles with special abilities, and pretty much all of the special Angry Birds are ripped straight from this game's power-ups, like the one that splits into three, the one that explodes, the one that's bigger than the rest and hits harder. Does it all sound familiar? It's all right there. So while you didn't hear people talk about this more often and say, why is this such a blatant rip? It's because Angry Birds was a better game and they marketed it better, but all they did was take Angry Little Birds and replace them with the power-ups from Crush the Castle. So it's better, but it was still a ripoff. Cracking into the top 5, and how dare, it's just blasphemy to say Super Mario Brothers, it was a ripoff, but it was. Super Mario Bros. 2 ripped off Yumi Koji Doki Doki Panic. Wow. If you're familiar with gaming history, you know the whole fiasco of Super Mario Bros. 2. After the release of the first game, everyone wanted a sequel, but Nintendo didn't think that the Western audience was smart enough to handle what they had in store, so there were 2 different versions of Super Mario Bros. 2. One for the Japanese market and one for the Western market. Aside from being way easier than the Japanese version, the Western version of Super Mario Bros. 2 is actually just a reskin of a different game called Yumi Koji Doki Doki Panic. That's not to say that it isn't a good game. The Western version of Mario 2 is actually pretty fun. It's different too, but I have to say it's pretty lame that while the Japanese audience got a brand new game, us Westerners got a simple reskin. Thankfully, the Japanese version of Mario 2 was later released to the Western audience as Super Mario Bros. The Lost Levels. But it always made me wonder why Super Mario Bros. 2 was way different from the original, and this is part of the reason why. At number 4, we have Farmville, which is a direct rip of Farm Town. During the height of Facebook games' popularity, Farmville was really the one leading the charge to be the most addicting and pointless game on the market. Not a title, well, I guess it's a title they wanted. But did you know that Farmville is actually a straight-up rip of a different farming simulation game? What happened here was actually pretty shady and kind of sad. In early 2009, a small unknown development team named SlashKey created a Facebook game called Farm Town that absolutely blew up in just a few months. Then, a much bigger development team called Zynga decided to completely replicate Farm Town and release Farmville, which exploded even harder and completely erased the success of Farm Town. Seriously, you can barely tell the difference between these two games. They're almost identical, and it's pretty sad to see a small development team find some success and they just have it completely ripped out from under them because somebody copied their game. At number 3, Devil May Cry is an awesome game, right? Well, Bayonetta was a direct ripoff of it. One of the most legendary hack and slash games ever is Devil May Cry, which was a huge inspiration to other developers and to the gaming industry as a whole. But in 2009, we got a game called Bayonetta, which was, for all intents and purposes, a complete ripoff of DMC. That's not a bad thing, though, as Bayonetta is one of the best hack and slash games ever made, and many consider it to be far superior to DMC. Bayonetta was a huge success due to it basically being a sexier and more stylish version of other hack and slash games. And if you haven't tried it, I absolutely recommend it. It's a ton of fun, and so is Devil May Cry. They're both great in their own rights, and this is a perfect example of a ripoff that wasn't crap. This one's obvious, but I have to mention it anyway, okay? It's worthy of a spot. This Pac-Man was a ripoff of Pac-Man. It was. It's funny people get mad at developers nowadays if their sequel does too much of the same thing that the first game did back in 1981. Well, people ate it up. Pac-Man, you get it? Believe it or not, this Pac-Man is actually just a reskin of a ripoff called Crazy Auto. Some college students were developing their own game that was a complete ripoff of Pac-Man called Crazy Auto. But Midway Games was getting impatient waiting for the Pac-Man sequel, and, well, they actually bought the ripoff from the kids, reskinned the main character and the enemies, and released it as this Pac-Man 2. So, this Pac-Man 2 is actually a reskin of a ripoff. You don't see that every day. The rabbit hole gets deep. And at number 1, we have Pong. Did you know that Pong is actually a total ripoff? It is, of a game called Table Tennis, the most famous video game ever. The game credited with kickstarting an entire industry and is predicated on a ripoff. Released in 1972, Table Tennis was developed after 6 years of work by Ralph Baer, who had been trying to create a TV game for over 20 years. You can consider him the grandfather of video games. Table tennis was fun, as you had to have 2 paddles in the ball that you tried to bounce past your opponent. But later that year, Atari released Pong after being inspired by table tennis, and I use the word inspired very loosely. The rest is history. As Pong was a massive success, much more than table tennis could have ever been, and this started the growth of the industry that we all know and love today, and that I make top 10 videos about. So now you know what many consider to be the world's first real video game is also the world's first ripoff. What are your thoughts on that? And there you have it, my friends. Those are 10 video game ripoffs that were actually better than the original. There's a playlist below if you want to check out all the other top 10s that go up on the channel. We put up a brand new gaming top 10 every single night at 8 o'clock Central Standard Time. You can turn on your notifications, be subscribed so you never miss one. And there's a link below if you want to submit ideas for future video game top 10s. Who knows, it could end up being on the channel. Thank you for all the support as always, guys, and I'll see you tomorrow night for a brand new video.
An unwavering respect for quality, design, and safety.
Not just because every car carries our name,
but because it carries yours.
In a world scrambling to put itself first.
respect is a breath of fresh luxury.
I had respect for speedrunners and gaming before this video, but now that I know all this and all this research has been done for this video for you guys, holy crap, speedruns are insane. It's crazy to think that you spend hours and hours and hours on a video game just to have someone finish it in like 10 minutes. Thanks to the insane challenge and difficulty levels surrounding speedrunning, a massive community has formed around it with some of the biggest games ever being completed really, really fast. What's up, guys? Jimmy here. Welcome to Chaos Top 10s, and today we are going to be counting down the 10 most impossible speed runs that I don't think these records will ever be broken. Before we get into it, we are running a $200 Amazon gift card giveaway the entire month. All you have to do to enter is like this video, be subscribed, turn on your notifications, and leave a comment why you want to win it with your Twitter handle attached. I will announce the winner at the end of the month on Twitter. Be sure to take advantage of the giveaway. Make sure you're subscribed with notifications on. That is the one true way to make sure you get all the videos when they go up. And I want to know in the comment section, have you ever attempted a speed run? I don't care if it was on, I don't care what it was on. I just want to know if you have and how you did. And now, let's go over some impossible speed runs that will probably never be beat. Kicking off the list, we're going to go all the way back to the NES and the classic title Metroid, and this was released for the NES in 1987. Metroid was one of the first of its kind, offering an awesome platforming and action gameplay while being open-ended and encouraging exploration rather than just getting it from point A to point B. But I'll tell you who did it from point A to point B the fastest. YouTuber CAK Music uploaded in March of 2013. The current world record for Metroid is just 15 minutes and 43 seconds. And if you think that's insane, this is number 10, guys. But it took me forever to beat this game. Coming in at number 9 is another favorite franchise of mine in the form of Mega Man, specifically Mega Man X.
Remember, only one thing on this desert island. So just Bob the elephant?
It's your boy back at it again.
2017. This wasn't very long ago at all. A speedrunner named Caleb Hart managed to break his own record with a new